Back in my heyday when people actually gave a crap about my channel, I used to always preach about media bias. People used to think that it wasn't real and things like that. Obviously, I always felt different. I always felt like, hey, media bias was real. And unfortunately, a lot of these people that are, pro PlayStation are anti-Xbox. Maybe they grew up with PlayStation or whatever. I'm not saying it makes sense that they're biased. I'm saying that, it's a reality that these people are, in fact, biased. But this kind of just blows my mind a little bit, because when you look at it, and I'm sitting here trying to think about why a big outlet like IGN. Now listen, here's the thing. I don't hate IGN. I don't. I think IGN, they're the biggest, honestly, the biggest actual legit gaming news outlet. So it's sad to me when you see stuff like this, and I wish that it wasn't the case. But again, here it is. You know what I mean? Like, this is honest. I'm being 100% honest about this. Like, why is this continuing to happen? That's probably my biggest kind of complaint about this stuff. Really, it just kind of chafes me the wrong way when this happens. But I'm going to get into it. I'm sure you guys might not feel the same way, but I don't know. But anyway, IGN made a video about games coming out for the rest of 2023. They left out Xbox as a platform on Alan Wake 2, Lies of P, even though it's coming to Xbox Game Pass Day 1, and even Mortal Kombat 1. It's so weird to me that they would do a video and slip, here's a PlayStation 5 and PC logo for whatever reason, but we can't put in a Xbox logo? Like, don't tell me that there's not enough room there, because obviously I think that there is enough room there. But the main thing that I kind of want to stress is, why is it such a thing to make PlayStation look like they've got all these games or what have you, right? Like, I honestly do not understand the thought process behind that. People own Xbox, yeah. I don't see why people can't sit there and put a logo in there. I just don't get it. I think that this is unfortunate. I think obviously, there's always going to be some type of people that feel a certain way about Xbox, but why on earth would you try to pseudo hype up and pseudo make it look like a PlayStation exclusive or what have you, right? Like that, to be quite honest with you, never made sense to me to do that. And I don't even think that, honestly, this is the first time that we've seen something like this happen. To be quite clear and quite honest about this whole thing, I think Microsoft gets the short end of the stick from a lot of people, and it's super unfortunate. At the end of the day, and again, I feel like Microsoft, they are very good guys, and they take this stuff, I guess, in a good way. I mean, I guess as a good way as you can take it. They never really seem to complain or anything like that. But at the same time, I always feel like, maybe cut off some of these outlets or whatever that do this, or, talk to them, something, correct them on social media or whatever, do something, I just don't see how this thing can't be more of a equal footing for everybody. Look, I mean, I'm gonna put an Xbox logo on this, and you can see, like, they could easily have done that. Like, what is the point, if you're IGN, of not having an Xbox logo on these games? Do you really want people to believe that this is a game that is PlayStation exclusive or whatever, or console exclusive? Like, I don't get the thought process behind that. I honestly think that Microsoft should be a little bit tougher on the companies that kind of screw them over like this. I wish they would. I wish they would, be a little bit more kind of honest and say, hey, look, this game's coming to our platform as well. And before you get on at me about, hey, well, remember after Xbox's showcase and, they said, well, this game's exclusive, and you had to wait like 2 days to find out if a game was coming to PlayStation. I get it, but I also get that is Microsoft themselves doing that, whereas this is the biggest, supposed to be independent news outlet in gaming. And so the fact is, it's super unfortunate when this happens, and I'm actually kind of annoyed by this, you know. So I hope that they change something before too long, and I hope that maybe that they can, you know, make it up to fans, or kind of just say, hey, our bad, you know, we should have done something differently. But again, maybe they do stuff like this on purpose because it draws more attention to it. Let's just be honest here, right? This is a thing that works well for some developers, and I'm not saying that this is 100% maybe what happened, but look at Baldur's Gate 3, right? Console gamers have never really given a crap about isometric RPGs, right? It's just true. You can look at them. Wasteland, those games score well, but on console, nobody cares, right? There's other Divinity 2 or what have you. Like, these games score extremely well, right? But nobody buys them, especially on console, because nobody cares. So what happens? You have this situation where a team made it seem like the Xbox Series S maybe wasn't up to par, and that's the reason why they're not getting a version of the game. All of a sudden, you know, everybody's talking about it, and it blows up and starts doing very well. Like, to be clear, it's done well on PC. It scored well on PC. Maybe, you know, the PS5 version won't do as well. Maybe it's going to be flawed or whatever, but you know, at the same point in time, I still think that Microsoft has to come out there and, you know, have to say, hey, you know what, I think this is something that we can work on in the future. So anyway, I honestly, I don't know what else to say about it, because it is frustrating, and I understand where a lot of you Xbox fans come from this. My advice would be, do not get into, like, you know, some kind of rude or what have you type situation with these companies. You know, maybe just ask in a friendly way, you know, hey, what's going on with this, that, or that? You know, that's possibly the best way to go about it, respectfully, rather than like any kind of hatred or abuse or anything like that. So anyway, that's kind of my opinion on the subject, but you guys might feel differently than me. I don't know. How do you all feel about this, man? IGN, the biggest company, you know, it's like, you know, sort of playing favorites or whatever. You know, I just don't understand it, to be honest with you. But again, I'm weird like that, and I honestly think that, you know, it's going to be something that each and every one of us has to kind of decide for ourselves. But I do think that it's kind of BS. You know, so we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoy the content, please take a minute to subscribe and like the video. I am the Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up. As always, Crap Gamer 'em up. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Crap Gamer out.